Hello, and welcome to Digital Marketing Decoded with Reneka, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of digital marketing. I'm your host, Reva, the CEO of Reneka Digital. In today's episode, we have a fantastic topic lined up for you: content creation and distribution. Joining me today are two incredible women on our team: Sophie, our talented intern, and Ara, our brilliant creative designer. Welcome, Sophie and Ara.
Thank you, Reva. I'm excited to be here and discuss content creation. It's such a crucial aspect of digital marketing.
Absolutely. Sophia and Reba, we often say content is king. As a creative designer, I have a first knowledge of immense impact visual can make when it comes to engaging with the content.
That's right, Ara. Content is the driving force behind successful digital marketing campaigns. So let's start with the basics. Sophie, could you enlighten us on why content creation is so important?
Of course, content creation is the backbone of any digital marketing strategy. It helps businesses establish their brand, engage their audience, and build trust. Great content sets you apart from the competition and provides value to your target market.
Excellent point, Sophie. So now, Ara, as a creative designer, you play a crucial role in content creation. How do visuals enhance the impact of content?
That's right, Reba. But visual have the amazing ability to turn regular content into extraordinary experience. They catch your eye and convey a message quickly and stir up emotions. Eye-catching graphics and infographics and videos can greatly increase how people engage with and share content.
Of course, that's really interesting, Ara. So now let's dive into the world of content distribution. Sophie, could you share some insights on how businesses can successfully distribute their content to connect with their intended audience?
Of course, businesses have various channels at their disposal for effective content distribution. They can tap into the power of social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, which are widely used by many. Another valuable approach is building an email list and regularly sending newsletters to keep the audience engaged. Additionally, collaborating with influencers who resonate with the target audience can prove to be beneficial. Lastly, implementing SEO strategies can significantly expand the reach of content, making it more discoverable to a broader audience.
I completely agree. These strategies are so important. So, Ara, as a creative designer, how can you determine the right mix of content formats? Like blogs, videos, infographics, for optimal content distribution.
That is such a great question. Determine the right mix of content formats involving understanding of our audience's preferences and consumption habits. Conducting audience research and consider the nature of your content as well as the platform you plan to distribute on. And experimenting with different formats and analyzing engagement matrix to identify what resonates best with your audience.
Absolutely. So, I would like to discuss the challenges that businesses may face when it comes to content creation and distribution. A lot of companies talk about burnout. So, Sophie, can you shed some light on these challenges?
Yeah. So, one common challenge is creating original and engaging content consistently. It takes time and effort to produce high quality content that stands out. Another challenge is staying updated with the latest trends and algorithms to optimize content distribution effectively.
Those are definitely challenges worth addressing. We know at Reneka we have personally had these challenges. So, Sophie and Ara, are there any best practices for optimizing content for search engines to improve distribution?
I would say some best practice for optimizing content for search engines, including conducting keyword research
Mhm.
and incorporating relevant keywords naturally through your content and optimizing titles, tags, and meta description. In using meta description and engaging header, optimizing images along with the tags, and ensuring your website has a strong technical SEO foundation.
Absolutely. I feel like SEO is all we talk about every day, all day for all our clients. So, now, could each of you provide our listeners with a quick tip related to content creation and distribution?
Sure. My tip would be to know your audience inside out. Understand their pain points, desires, and preferences. Tailor your content to address their needs and engage them effectively.
That's some great tips, Sophie. You're getting there. Building up on what Sophie mentioned, stay updated on emerging distribution trends and platforms. And current trends including live video streaming on Twitch and TikTok, an audio-based platform like a Clubhouse or like this podcast, and short-form video content on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, adopting your strategy to reach your audience effectively.
Fantastic tips. These are some golden nuggets. So, I would like to take a moment and dive deeper into content creation. Sophie, what are some key elements that you have discovered that you feel like people should consider when brainstorming content ideas?
Well, I think that when brainstorming content ideas, it's essential to consider your target audience interests and pain points. Think about how you can provide value, educate, entertain, or solve problems through your content. Additionally, keeping an eye on industry trends and engaging with your audience through surveys or social media can really provide valuable insights for content ideation.
Great advice. So, how can visuals be used to create a cohesive brand identity across different content forms? So, I think you and I struggle with this,
Mhm.
and we talk about this almost daily. Is that cohesive with the brand? Does it still feel like the brand? It's a different piece
Mhm.
of content, but does it feel like the brand? Do people identify with the brand? So, I think you can shed some like insights on that.
So I think from what I learned from our experiment, I think the visual consistency is the key when it comes to creating a cohesive brand identity,
Mhm.
like by using consistent color, fonts, and designing elements. And you can establish a recognizable brand identity that resonates with your audience and incorporate with the brand's logo and visual elements that you're into your in content, and also ensuring a consistent look and feel across different formats.
Exactly. That consistent look and feel is definitely very important.
Mhm.
So I would like to talk about storytelling in content creation. Sophie, do you have any ideas or tips on on like how businesses can leverage storytelling to make their content more compelling?
Yeah, so storytelling is a very powerful tool in content
Yeah.
creation. By weaving narratives and connecting with your audience on an emotional level, you can make your content more relatable and memorable. Incorporate personal anecdotes, case studies, or customer success stories to add depth and engage your audience on a deeper level.
Exactly. I totally agree. Storytelling totally makes a difference in the brand identity as well.
Mhm.
So, through carefully crafted visuals, you can convey emotions, tell a narrative, and enhance the overall impact. So, Ara, can you talk more about that in content creation?
So visual storytelling adds another layer of depth in our content.
Mhm.
Through a carefully crafted visual, you can convey emotions and tell a narrative and enhance the overall impact of your message.
Mhm.
Consider like using visual elements such as illustration, photographs, or even animated video to bring your story to life and creating a last longer impression.
Yeah, I love that.
Mhm.
That's what gets me up in the morning.
Mhm.
So I would like to discuss, the importance of data and analytics in content creation. All of this is fine and fun to do, but if it's not actually making an impact and we're not able to measure the ROI, it's not really, worth the time or money or the
Mhm.
investment, right?
Mhm.
So, Sophie, can you tell us how businesses utilize data and analytics to optimize their content strategy?
Well, so data and analytics provide valuable insights into the performance of your content. By analyzing metrics such as engagement rates, click through rates, and conversion rates, you can identify what content resonates with your audience and what needs improvement. If you use this data to refine your content strategy, create more targeted content, you'll achieve a lot better results.
Exactly. Data is everything.
Yeah.
So, data driven decision making is crucial. Ara, how can you measure the impact of the visuals in content creation?
Measuring the impact of visual can be done by analyzing engagement matrix, such as shares, shares, likes, comments, or clicking through rates specifically related to visual content. Plus, conducting A/B testing with the different visual variation can help determine which visuals are more effective in capturing and retaining audience attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are great insights. So I know we're running out of time, but before we conclude, do either of you have any final thoughts or advice for our listeners regarding content creation and distribution?
Well, my final advice would be to experiment and iterate. Don't be afraid to try new content formats, platforms, or storytelling techniques. Keep learning, stay adaptable, and consistently assess the performance of your content to refine and improve your strategy.
And to add to that, Sophie's comments, always prioritize quality over quantity. It is better to produce fewer but high quality pieces of content that resonate with your audience rather than like churching out mediocre content, and focus on delivering value and making a lasting impact.
Yeah, I totally agree. This was great, ladies. I know we do this on a day-to-day, but to reiterate this, to go through every aspect of content creation and distribution is so valuable, even for me as being like part of a digital marketing company. It's so important to have that extended learning and just reiterating the foundational facts.
I agree.
So wonderful advice. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. I want to thank both of you for sharing your valuable insights. And remember, to our listeners, great content is key to unlocking success in your digital marketing efforts.
I agree.
Thanks, ladies. We'll see you
Thank you
next
for having us.
If you enjoyed this episode of Digital Marketing Decoded with Reneka, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more exciting topics and discussions. Until next time, this is Reva signing off. Happy marketing.